Have you recently experienced a loss of health? Whether it's due to a chronic disease or an accident resulted in its disability. First and foremost, I want to express my sincere empathy. I can relate firsthand because 11 years ago I also suffered a severe accident myself. However, before delving into details, I want to assure you that you will overcome this situation. I understand it may not seem feasible at this moment, but I am quite sure that eventually you will regain control of your life and approach your journey with greater awareness and maturity. Now, moving on, I would like to discuss some common aspects of health setbacks, which I also address in the book I wrote after my accident. This book combines insights from thanatology, which is the study of death and loss, and my personal experience, aiming to assist others facing similar challenges. Let's dive into the information. In a health setback, which refers to any condition compromising our well-being caused by accidents, disease, or congenital factors, several areas influence how we navigate through it. First, I want to tell you that all individuals facing a health setback will go through various stages of grief. Above, I provided a link to a video to help you understand these stages and see how they impact your life. In addition, age plays a significant role. Experiencing health issues at different life stages presents different challenges. For instance, it may affect social interactions in childhood, relationships in adolescence, or career prospects in adulthood. Each stage comes with its own challenges, suited to each person's point of view. In my book, I also address that gender is another affected area. Although now, thanks to the ongoing revolution in this topic that is broadening everyone's perspective, I would rather refer to the fact that it's the preferences of each person that are affected, regardless of the gender they identify with. For example, in my particular case, I suffered quite a bit because my health setback prevented me from wearing heels. The preference for wearing heels isn't necessarily tied to being a woman, but it was a personal preference that brought me pleasure and was very difficult for me to accept when I could no longer do it. Another point that comes into play in a health setback is guilt. In one of the upcoming videos that I will be making, I will upload a meditation for forgiveness. But for now, I just want to tell you that many of us tend to feel guilty or experience discomfort because it's precisely in this space when we tend to fill our mind with what-if questions. For example, what if I had done things differently? What if this hadn't happened? But sadly, it cannot be like that, and we will never have a correct answer for those questions. What remains is simply making peace with the present and starting to build with what we have right now. By the way, if you find this information useful, please consider liking the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others who may benefit from it. An additional point to consider are secondary gains. And here we must be very careful, as these are benefits we receive after experiencing a health setback. For example, more attention, better treatment, more affection, or anything else. I say we must be very careful with them because aligning ourselves with these gains can lead us to prefer remaining in the role of a sick person instead of striving to improve, even if this means enduring discomfort or putting in effort. Another point of view is overprotection, which is linked to secondary gains. Often, when we experience a health setback, our loved ones, whether our friends or family, begin to overprotect us. What does this mean? It means that our loved ones start providing us with disproportionate and excessive care. This is connected to secondary gains because by having something we didn't used to have and enjoying it, we might become stuck and fail fail to seek progress. On the other hand, although overprotection often stems from love and the desire to help, it can turn into aggression by not trusting that the person who lost their health has the capacity or possibility as a human being to reveal their life in a new way. In other words, overprotection comes from a good intention, but it ends up being the opposite and ultimately limits the person. My book addresses more points that are also affected by health setbacks, such as sexuality, family and friends relationships, spirituality, mood, among others. However, if I were to cover all in this video, we couldn't finish. So I invite you to read it, write your comments in this video, or even tell me what other topics related to health setbacks you would like me to address. That is all for today, but if you like the video, don't forget to give me a thumb up, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Wish you a beautiful day. Tschüssi!